I'm in London, and so is Chris and Bo, and that means that all of our poor plants in the orangery are being left unattended. But are they? You see, we have found out a clever way of making sure that we can water the plants even when we're not there. With the help of Gardena, they have this incredible automated Wi-Fi smart connected home irrigation system, and it means that from my phone I can basically keep an eye on what the plants are doing in France. And as you can see, our ferns are a little bit starved of water, so I can just basically give them 15-minute water and do my chores from anywhere in the world as easily as that. So in this video, I'll be talking through how we managed to take an ancient irrigation system that came with the chateau. I don't know how old it was. It might not have been that old, but it looks like it's been there for a while. And how we've managed to drag it into the 21st century with the help of Gardena and their incredible smart home irrigation system. Right, so just here we have found that there's these old pipes which run to the tap over there. They're not currently connected to anything, but we think that it's an old irrigation system for the plants, which would be amazing because we've got a real challenge now of how on earth are we going to keep all of the plants watered when we start to get bookings. And we've got all of our first bookings coming up quite soon. So we've been looking around for options on how we can set up a new irrigation system. And I think with having spoken to Gardena, a company that creates loads of garden stuff and is really popular in Europe, but is less well known in the UK, Gardena have this automated irrigation system or smart irrigation system, which you can even use from your phone. So I could be on the other side of the world on a beach in Fiji or something like that, making sure that the plants all get watered. So very, very soon, we'll hopefully get this irrigation system arriving. And if all goes to plan, I might be able to use the original pipework that they've got, which will save us having to run too many pipes all over the place, and then hook the new modern irrigation system up to the old one. So it's like modern meets old. So this will be quite a fun project because I love home gadgety automation type stuff. And if it all works, we'll be able to be remotely watering plants. So yeah, this will be a fun project.
We're off to the post office. We've had a little note for you to say we've got a parcel, which is very exciting. And the only thing I can think it could be is the Gardena kit, which is the automatic watering system for the orangery and the garden. So I'm hoping it's that. So let's find out.
Oh, what are you doing?
I am unboxing some of this Gardena kit. So many little gadgets and bits and pieces.
It's amazing. I can't believe how much stuff they've sent us, and some of the kit is just incredible as well. What I really love is these things actually. I've already got one of these out. This is they're the moisture sensors. Yeah. So basically, I've not opened this one before. So
this is there.
Oh, very good.
Get my wine.
Look at this, this is so cool. I've already installed one of these already, but in here we have a smart sensor.
Oh my god, it's so futuristic.
But it's also like, it's quite small, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that, I mean, what's really cool about this, is I love the protective film you get on new kit.
You always leave it on for ages, I just take it straight off.
Well, yeah, I know. I sort of feel like I like things to look new. But, so the idea is you pretty much just take this off, unclip it here, there we go, put the batteries in there, and then when you push it down, it sets the like connection mode off, and then you just go on the app on your phone and connect it. It's really, really easy.
So is it Wi-Fi or something?
Yeah, and then you shove it in there. So we've got a little hub that I've already switched on, and you just push it in the soil, and it sort of tells you how moist the soil is.
So clever.
It's brilliant.
I love that.
The battery hasn't even gone down at all on the one I've installed already. So that is really cool, and it's quite a crucial bit of the water system because it means that when we're in London, we can find out how all the plants are doing and then decide which ones to water. Because we've got one of these. This is really, really cool. What's that? So, and thank you so much, Gardena.
It's like Christmas, isn't it?
I feel like this is the. I feel as if this is like the ultimate gadget of the system. Really, it's very, very cool.
Is this like the?
This basically waters your plants. Well, it turns on the tap automatically.
Wow.
Which is it's kind of like a proper robot. This one, you just attach it to your tap,
Right.
and then you configure it with your hub on your phone, and then you can basically from wherever you are in the world, turn on the water or turn it off, or you can set it on a program so that it comes on. You can even configure it with this thing so that when the water levels get too low, it'll turn the tap on, water the plants until the water level's right.
Oh my god, that's
It's
insane.
really clever. And then you can just press the button as well if you want to. We've also got one of these. So
What's that thing?
Ready?
Sorry, I'm literally like a kid at Christmas.
I know, me too. But look, so we've got one of these as well. So we've only got one tap, obviously.
Yeah.
But we can attach that to the tap, and then we can attach. We've got two of these actually, so we can attach one there and one there. You could actually attach.
No, hang on, I'm confused.
You could probably fit.
Does that
all
not
of
go
them
there?
No. Well, you could, yeah, sure, if you wanted to turn all of your taps on at once. But we can also put them there, and then
Have those
have them running independently. Yeah, so you could turn those two off, and then.
Oh, you can have
these
multiple of
two.
those.
Yeah. So we've got two of these, and that means that we can water the geraniums, which need quite a lot of water, every day, so it can just come off and on. And then the other one, where it's like the ferns and they don't need quite so much water, we can just have it come on like every couple of days, every 2 or 3 days.
So clever.
Hey, it should just click on, I think.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. Oh wait, I'll tell you what. That's why you take this off. Sorry. And just screw that on.
Do you know what?
There we go, this is it. Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Yay! Yeah. Yeah, it's working.
It's not.
Okay.
Is it actually working?
Yeah.
All a gear, no idea. I think it should probably go on there for balance sake, but we
Yeah.
can worry about that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
So
that.
clever,
Let's
though.
move on to this thing here.
So
Talk to me about these.
Yeah, so this is called an AquaBloom set. Basically, the AquaBloom set is for where you've got kind of plant pots, or you've got sort of little beds that you don't necessarily want to connect to the mains, but you want to be able to water when you go on holiday or something like that. And so we've actually got one open here. And
I wonder what that was.
what's really clever is it's solar powered. So you basically sit this on the side of the plant pot, and then connect the pipes to it, and you have.
Oh, it's
one
even
pipe.
got a groove.
Yeah, it's really, really neat. And you can set the timer on there. So you can say like 48 hours, 20 minutes, and then it'll just drip 20 minutes of water.
Hey, right.
Yeah.
That's so clever.
And then we've got all of this pipe. So you use these pipes to connect it to a water supply. So you can have like a little watering can nearby, or a little pot of water.
Right.
And
So you could just collect rainwater or something.
yeah, we could. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it just sort of charges itself up off the sunlight, and then just gradually drip feeds the plants with water.
Such a
Just
good
the right
idea.
amount. So yeah, again, that's going to make our lives so much easier.
So like if you had a balcony and no outdoor tap or something.
Yeah, it would work really well in those sorts of situations.
Or even an indoor plant. Love it. And what does that come with? That comes with...
That comes with basically pipes, a little connector, this thing, which I think basically it's just a filter. It does look a bit.
Like a lethal injection, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it does. Like something from what was that film called? Can't remember. But it was yeah.
I don't quite
It's
get...
like one of those things. It's always like the antidote, isn't it? It's in one of these. It's like everyone's been infected with a terrible disease, but you must have the antidote.
What vivid imagination do you have? Oh, I see. So
yeah,
that
so
goes in the water.
You attach the pipe to that, and then it just makes sure that you don't pick up any
That goes in
nasty
there.
stuff. Yeah, so you attach that to there.
That's so clever.
And
Sorry, I'm not overselling this. I literally am learning as we go along here.
and so yeah, you can have like a little run of them, and so they will just drip out. It's very clever.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Literally blown away.
Anyway, I'm really looking forward to installing some of this. So, should we get it all open anyway, and then we can we can do it on the day. So we're ready to go.
Let's do it.
Anyway, see you later, and I hope you enjoy watching our adventure as we install all of this kit. I'm really looking forward to being able to use it. Right, so I've got one of the main connecting pipes which I've hooked up to the old Château pipework, and basically what we've got here is just some little splitters which you can then connect these little watering ends to, which are really, really clever. And then on this one, I've got one of the new ones which I can connect there, very nice. And if I pop that in here, that should keep that plant nicely watered, and I might just cover up all of the pipe work to hide it, which is just to make it a little bit more discreet, really. Brilliant, lovely. This is very exciting. Right. We've got the pipework in, now it's just a case of putting in the smart meter, and if I pop this in here, there we go, this should now tell us how much moisture there is. Hello, Bo. This should now tell us how much moisture there is in the soil, so we know and can configure the system to give the plants just the right amount of water so that they're happy ferns. So we were able to use all of Gardena's kit to connect to the old pipework, but we found that there was a break in the pipe and it was leaking everywhere. So it was a case of bringing in Adam, Chris's nephew, who knows his way around plumbing, and he showed me how to solder the pipe to make a quick repair.
And I'll just turn it that way. Do it from this side as well. Yeah, and from that top one. Go down a bit with the heat. That's it, right there, middle of the fitting. That's it, now feed it in. See it drawing round it?
I think it is a little. There we go.
That's it, now remove the heat for a minute, let that go. Bit more? I'll let go of it. You need to wipe it like that.
This?
Yeah, like round the entrance. Change it up, like it's a bit late now because it's now gone off.
If it's gone wrong, it's because the pipe was loose, not because of the poor plumber.
Because it kept trying to come out.
Yeah. How long do you leave it before you can test it?
Pretty soon.
Leave it 5 minutes and then give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Turn it on. Well, it's not spraying out. I think it might have worked. Can't see any leaks. Yeah. Beautiful. I'll give that a lick of paint, and there it is, the finished orangery irrigation system. Right, I've connected up all of the pipe work. Now it's just a case of connecting Gardena's smart water distributor. This is where the magic happens. This one basically connects to our router or our little sort of home hub system, and then that connects it to the internet, which means that we can turn these things on or off pretty much anywhere in the world. So we've got one of these, which is Gardena's home water four-way distributors, which basically separates a single water supply out into 4 different supplies. And then it's just a case of, well, for this one, I think we just screw it on, to be honest. I have to say I did do a little test before, just to save you all of the boring faffing about. Right, there we go. And that's basically pretty much all that's involved in installing it. It's really quite straightforward. But likewise, I'm not satisfied with one, because we've got 2 really big beds. We've got another one, so I connect this one to this piece. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, I can probably speed this bit up. Got that nice and tight. Perfect. Right, I've basically attached the 2 smart water distributors. Now it's just a case of putting it on the tap. Okay, so over here, I've set it up beautifully. What we have here is one of Gardena's water splitters, and that basically distributes water from one tap out into 4 different separate outlets. And that means that we can have up to 4 different beds watering at the same time. We've basically just got the 2 main ones in the orangery, so we've hooked those up, but it's really handy having this one because we can use it for filling up our watering can without having to undo everything else. So what I've done is I have taken a pipe here, and I've got basically, so we've got water running through here, through the smart meter, round this pipe here, and that runs into the old chateau pipework that then runs out to the bed with the old ancient ferns in, and then we've got this one here which loops around here and then goes this way, and that goes over the top of the orangery, over the top of this door behind me, and drops down and then feeds all of the geraniums in the bed just by the window. So it's really clever because this basically automatically turns off and off the water. And so if I want to give it a little water manually, I can do that just by pressing the button twice. I can hear it watering now. Or of course I can do it on my phone. So I'll go and get my phone now, show you the magic. Right, today we're going to be opening the Gardena AquaBloom set that we've got. We've already installed the irrigation system for the rest of the orangery, but there's just a couple of plants here which would have been quite complicated to set up to the main system. But we have here this AquaBloom kit, which is just perfect for this. We can also use them in other bedrooms in the house where we've got some plants. Because they're quite neat, they're only this big. And I think basically the idea is, I literally have not used this before, so I'm working this out as I go along. It's tight fit. Right, so I'm popping the batteries in. basically just going off what I've seen of the videos on how these things work, but it seems pretty intuitive really. There we go, batteries in. Right, so I think the principle with these is pretty straightforward. You just have that thing that's rechargeable and you set the clock on it, and then you just got to cut these pipes and have one feeding to the water and one feeding into the plant that we're watering. So if I just do one first, and then have a test, and if that goes to plan, then we can swap to another. So I've got some water. I wonder if I can puncture this through. That would be clever, wouldn't it? Let me get a knife. There we go. Right, we have my water, have my pipe. Doesn't need to be very long. So I think I attach this to here. Goes on very nicely. Pop this in the water. And right. So, oh no, I need an end piece as well. Right, the crucial moment. So if I can put that there in the sun, and then that goes in there. I'm going to just leave it here for a little test, and if that goes to plan, then I'll probably set it up more beautifully. Come back to it in 10 minutes. There we go. It was that easy to install. Super straightforward, and we'll come back in 10 minutes and see how it's fared. Once we'd left it to charge up for 10 minutes with a bit of solar love, it was working brilliantly. So then it was just a case of connecting the pipes up to the other plants. Tie wraps, I can basically hide this pipe behind the trellising. So I might not even need the tie wraps, to be honest. Very easy. I'll tell you what would work really well are those little things that you use for tying cables to walls. In fact, this pipe is the perfect width for that, so I can just hammer in some little clips and that'll hold it nicely. So now I just need to make the precise cut here, which is where I'm going to be installing one of the little, let me just give you a little close up. Right, so this, come on, don't look at me. Right, so this is basically one of the little watering nozzles, and by attaching that between the two pipes, that'll make sure that that's watering, but also the water continues on to the next one. Right, I'm going to give it a go. In fact, I might bring you over a bit closer. So here is one piece of pipe. Right, and then the last one. Right.
So we finally finished installing the new watering system.
It is so cool. I just can't believe it, really. It's back in London, we've been able to turn the water on and off, but also now we've got it set up with a schedule, so it all kind of takes care of itself now.
Brilliant, it's going to be great for when we have guests. And it's like having our own Gardena for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, I also quite enjoyed installing it as well. Did you? I mean, you did a bit too, did you?
Yeah, it's really, I like how you can really customise it depending on what plants you've got and your layout. And it's super easy as well.
Yeah.
And I just love a bit of tech and a bit of kit and make things that make your life easier.
Yes, if you have, if you need to sort out your plants, do go over and check out Gardena's kit, because it really is cool. And thank you again to Gardena, because they gifted us all of the kit for the orangery, and it's just been amazing. It's completely transformed. It's given us like hours back each week, so
and weeks a year perhaps.
Yeah.
So yeah, really grateful. Thank you very much.
And yeah, thank you to everyone else for watching the videos, and do subscribe if you haven't, so you can see the next, which will hopefully be in a week.